Sis, what?
Okay, so now we're going to get into the question segment of the show. I said segment.
It's that yak. You talking about me.
It's because
that yak talking back.
I'm still thinking about you kissing me.
You want another one?
No. Police. Help. Okay. So make sure if you want your question answered on the show, you email us at askpourminds@gmail.com. That's askpour@gmail.com. What's up, y'all? It's Lex P.
And it's Dre and Nicole.
And we want to tell y'all about a program that we use and absolutely love. It's called BetterHelp, and they want you to start living a happier life today.
Yes, girl, go ahead, or guy, whoever. Go ahead, get y'all a therapist, and y'all can talk to them every day. That's one of the greatest features to me is that you can always communicate with your counselor. No matter what time of day it is, you can always message them or send them a little text. And, they've been helping me out a lot.
Yes.
I have been having some great experiences with BetterHelp, and I just want y'all to do the same. Visit BetterHelp.com/PourMinds, that's better HELP, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
Yeah, so let us help you. Visit BetterHelp.com/PourMinds, that's better HELP, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Pour Minds is going to give y'all 10% off of your first month. So make sure y'all visit BetterHelp.com/PourMinds. Okay, so let's get into the first question. It says, would you date a guy if you knew he had penis enlargement surgery? Would you look at him funny? And would you ever date a fan? Honestly, I feel like I can't judge you. I done enhanced this ass. If you done enhance that dick, who am I? Who are me to judge? Who are me to judge? Honestly.
Can I see it?
I mean, as long as it don't look weird, it don't feel weird, I don't care. Do what you
wouldn't
gotta
care
do.
either, because we ain't even got to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it. If you don't want to ask questions about my ass, I ain't gonna ask questions about do it get hard.
Don't ask me where this scar from.
Do it
and
get
I ain't gonna
hard.
ask you where yours from.
Hey, do it work? As long as it work.
Is the rims big? Do
the
it ride good?
Clean on the hey. Ice cream paint job.
Period.
Would you look at him funny? No, I wouldn't. And would you ever date a fan? I feel like one time I went on a date with a person and I didn't know he was a fan, and then it came out that he was a fan. So no.
I would never date somebody who I
would date somebody who's like, oh yeah, I listen to your shit, like you cool, but not somebody that's like, oh my God.
Well, I would date somebody that's aware of what I do. I would definitely, I don't have an issue dating somebody that's aware of what I do for a living, because I actually prefer that. Like, I want you to know what I do for a living, and I want you to be okay with it, because I feel like it takes a certain type of man to deal with that. But somebody that's a fan, no, I couldn't. Absolutely not. So, somebody said, hey, Big Ma. I'm not Big Ma.
I mean, I am Big Mama, but why you say Drea real name? You can't say my name.
Hey, Big Ma and Drea. I know that y'all don't like to read these long questions, so how the fuck do you ask for money from these BDBs? I'm turning 21 on February 13th and will be moving to Austin soon. I come and hung out with friends in ATL so often that I have been around and seen some real BDBs. Truly, I know that I shouldn't be scared because... I shouldn't be scared because these men ask for whatever. But as a girl, just getting into the BDB world, I sometimes don't know how to approach it or say it in a way where I don't make it seem like that's all that I want from them, even though I do. Help me. Help us. She's an Aquarius. You know I be in the sign. So her birthday, February 13th. Okay, girl, you an Aquarius. Like, you like me. Y'all kind of be a little heartless. So that's why you just want the money. So just ask for it.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like if you dealing with a man and he has an excess amount of money, let me tell y'all something. I don't think y'all realize. You're 21. You don't have an enormous amount of money right now.
Mm-hmm. Unless your
so
mama
the money,
rich.
the type of money you want, I would say, like, if a nigga sent you 2-3 bands right now, you would be like, damn. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, when I was that age and a nigga sent me that money, I'd be like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Well, absolutely, because also not even about having an enormous amount of money, but at 21, you don't have no real responsibilities yet.
So let me tell you this.
Really got shit.
If you fucking with a BDB, you have to realize these niggas are millionaires. millionaires. So to send you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, that's not even something that they blinking at. That's not even something that is they spend that when they fucking go to eat out with their homeboys, okay? So you have to realize that the stuff, that's what a lot of the women need to realize. The stuff that you're asking for is not going to put this man in any bind of any kind. So you should never be like feeling embarrassed or feeling some type of way to be like, oh, hey, I got this going on, or let them know what you got going on. Be honest. That's all one thing I'll say about me, when I used to talk to football babe, I'd be like, oh, I got this going on. I got to record, or I got to do this, and I can't go to work. He'd be like, I got you.
In my younger days, I just asked for everything that I want.
Just ask.
If I want some shoes, if I want a purse, whatever the fuck I want, I'm going to ask for that shit. Now that I'm trying to be more intentional with my dating, I don't be necessarily asking for shit. But also, I'm not going to lie, me and Lex starting to get to a point to where it's like, truly, if I wanted a purse, I could just go buy this shit.
Yeah.
So, it's not about that for me anymore. But when I was younger, your age, I'm just going to ask that nigga, like, because what the fuck is up? I want some money. Mm-hmm. I want some shoes. I want you to take me on a trip. If he not about that, then I would skedaddle.
Skedaddle?
I was skedaddle on that nigga.
Okay.
Because why not? I'm 21.
And let me tell
I'm
you
young.
something.
I'm fine. I'm a bad bitch. I got a lot of shit going on for myself. I don't have no kids. I don't have no baggage. I don't have bad credit yet because I don't really have no credit. So
it's gonna be some men that tell you no, but it's gonna be men that tell you yes because they want you that bad. So
absolutely,
just ask.
Just ask.
Okay, all right. Question 3. It says, I've been listening for a year and a half, and I'm so proud of you both and your endeavors. My question is, how can I be more confident? I had to do a survey practice for my job on what personality traits we give off, positive and negative, and I decided to survey 2 of the guys that I'm talking to. Mind you, I really want to be with either one. Both guys said that I was very ambitious, funny, humble, go-getter, etc., but that I could definitely be more confident and own the room and be less reserved. I found it interesting that they both said the same thing. What tips do you have for me to be more confident around men? I am pretty talkative, so it's not that I'm quiet. I believe that I'm pretty and I have a cool personality, but sometimes shy when I'm dating a guy until we are together.
Just be yourself. You have to become comfortable with being yourself. But I think that also comes with age. I don't think that you said...
Yeah, she didn't say how old she was.
You didn't say how old you were. But I think that comes with age. Because, when I was younger, I definitely thought it was like this certain box that I had to fit in to deal with certain type of men. You know what I mean? To feel like they felt comfortable around me. And I wasn't doing too... quote unquote much. But bitch, I am too much.
Yeah.
I'm a lot. So I want to date somebody who understands that I'm a lot and I want to be able to be myself around you. So I just always, my best policy is just always be yourself.
Right. And I agree with that because I think I struggled with that. I talked about that even when I first moved to Atlanta because I dated a guy who told me I needed to shut up. So I feel like...
And look at you.
You have
talking too much that made you a lot of money.
Well, I'll say this. I definitely think that you just need to be confident in who you are and stand by that. If you're a shy person and you're more reserved, that's okay.
Just be you. Whoever you are. Don't water yourself down.
Right. Or don't feel like you have to overexert to try to be like, oh, they feel like I should be doing more.
Right.
No, don't be trying to do the most just because you feel like that's what they want from you.
Because the thing is, whatever you putting out and however you making yourself seem, you're gonna have to keep putting that out. I think that's what people fail to realize.
I can only be reserved for so long, bitch.
Same.
My titty was like, bitch, when we going out? We ain't been to the club in 3 weeks.
But really, Lex had to get me to a point to where I realized that because she used to always tell me, like, girl, when you be around niggas, like, you just really be like, hee hee hee.
You do. I used to hate that shit.
And she used to hate that shit. And she just used to be like, be yourself. Why did I do that just now? Why do we be stuttering?
We? What do you mean we?
First of all, bitch,
we speaking French now.
You be doing that. Anyways, but Lex has to be like, you always do that when you get around men. And it's so weird because it's like, you're totally not like that. Like, you're funny. You have a great personality. You need to show people that. And now I feel like I'm way more comfortable with myself. But it also has come with age. Because, like I said, she used to tell me that. But I still was like, bitch, I'm going to still do what I feel like I need to do to play my part. But as you get older, you start to realize that the best policy is just, you know, being yourself, being you. Either a person gonna fuck with you or they not.
Fuck them.
Next question. I was on YouTube trying to watch your podcast and a video popped up about Drea being adopted. My daughter is adopted. I'm 35 and wanted a baby but couldn't have a baby because of health reasons. Last year in September, one of my cousins told me she's pregnant and can afford to keep the baby because she already has 2 kids. So I asked her if I can adopt the baby and she said yes. Happiest day of my life. Last May 15th, Taurus, I became a mother. Wait, so that means the baby is a Taurus. Oh, like me. Now I don't know when I should tell my daughter that my cousin is her biological mother. What age do you think is a good age to tell her? Well, that kind of sounds like my situation because my cousin is my biological mother. My parents told me when I was like 4 or 5. Like, once I was old enough to comprehend what was going on and that they weren't my biological parents, they told me about the situation. And now being 29, I appreciate them a lot for that because I feel like if you're honest with your kids from day one, it's never no room for resentment. Not saying that your child won't have any resentment, because I feel like being adopted comes with resentment in general, because you just always gonna wonder, like, what if my life was like this? Or like, what if things turned out differently? How are my real parents? What my life would have been like if I grew up with my real parents? You're always gonna have those type of thoughts, but you won't have but I can say that your child won't have any resentment towards you as the adopted parent. Cause like me, I have a lot of resentment and issues that I like talk to my therapist about, but none of them really have to do with my real mom, if that makes sense, as far as me being adopted. All of my issues about me being adopted are with my biological mom. Because I feel like she ain't keep it real.
Right.
You know, I feel like my parents that raised me always kept it
honest.
real. And was honest. So I feel like
the advice you would give her would be that y'all all have a conversation with her together, like her biological mother and her adoptive mother, whenever they're ready to tell her, have a conversation together.
No, because that's not what happened with me. I think that as her parent that adopted her, you should have the conversation with her when she's able to comprehend. So I would say like 4, 5, I don't know if you have a husband because you didn't say that in a message, but you and whoever.
But I mean, would you have felt better if your biological mom was in that conversation whenever they told you?
When I was 5?
I mean, because you said you could comprehend, so would you have felt...
I could comprehend, but it didn't make no difference back then. And I feel like that also complicates things because now you got to start processing the fact that, like, oh, you had me, but then, because, like, for me, she had me, but then I was around her all the time. So I think that's just a lot for a kid to process.
So just tell her that she's adopted.
Once she gets older, kind of same thing with me, then you could really go in depth about the situation.
So just tell her she's adopted when she's about 4 or 5. And then later on.
Because she needs to know, because you don't, how many TV shows and how many like situations have we seen where people, you know, adopted a child, didn't tell the child the truth about what was going on, and then they find out that they're adopted from another source, and then they hate the parents. You don't want that to happen to you. So just be honest, you know, from day one. It's probably going to be a hard thing to do, but be honest.
Okay. So now we are